here in Bigler, Pennsylvania at UMI Performance. Now, if you own a muscle car or a classic car and you're looking for parts that work, especially when you're racing, UMI Performance is the place you want to go. And we're here with the owner, the brains behind the operation, Ryan. He's the guy that makes things happen here, along with the great dedicated employees here at UMI Performance, and he's going to give us a tour of the facility. UMI Performance, you guys do not do the neons or the super small cars.
Mostly classic
muscle cars.
Muscle cars is our main concern. That's what we like. That's what we enjoy to be around.
Explain how important these parts are and why the quality has to be 100%.
Most of these products are exposed to extreme amount of stress and abuse. Factory parts are either going to fail on you, which is going to be dangerous. Bushings, old bushings and stuff like that are going to rot and fall apart. For example, we'll come up with something that's going to take the abuse. It's guaranteed to take the abuse. It's guaranteed to hold up. One of the biggest flaws with the GM vehicle, when a torque arm bolts the transmission, it bolts into a tail shaft. The tail shaft can fail on the car. So this actually removes the torque arm from the tail shaft and puts it in its own mount and takes care of that problem. So it's mostly a drag race item.
This is an adjustable torque arm, the pinion angle. What it does is it's mainly for a race setup. You want a negative pinion on a race car. So what you do is you loosen everything and you adjust your pinion here, measure it here, combined with the drive shaft. Pretty much indestructible.
We're real precise on quality. Quality is our number one thing. And the components we use, everything that we use on a part is American made. This machine will actually grab a tool, bring it down, center drill a hole, put the tool back in, grab the drill, and then drill the hole. Then it will cut the profile. From bushings to material, everything is made in America. We would use a lifetime ball joint. We use what they call a good QA1 rod end, rather than a lot of companies to cut production costs. Something like this, we pay about $30 a pop. You can get them down to $5 a piece to cut production prices, but then that's what makes a faulty item. This is what they call a K-member or a K-frame. This fits like a 93 to 02 F-body car. Any product on the market now that is offered like this has failed or has been proven to fail. These are the K-members we built. These are 3 of them that just came off the line. There's probably about 2.5 to 3 days worth of work here. Like I said, each item is powder coated. There's a couple different versions, different years, different setups. For example, we make one that's just for street racing. We have this newer item where we add some additional bracing that we use for a road race or an autocross type car. We come up with a product that we guarantee to handle street, race abuse, all kinds of race abuse. It's guaranteed by us. One of the most important things was just the fabrication, the welding, and the design time we put into it. This item, this is the one that took us 2 years to build. A lot of the competition's welds, they're just humped on there. It's not really penetrated in, and we make sure that we get 100% penetration. And then this stuff is all TIG welded, okay, which a lot of our competition, they MIG that. So we'll come in and we'll TIG weld this, which is a much better weld on tubing.
Other parts have failed. What makes this part succeed at the rate it does?
The most improvement over this thing over a stock piece is weight. When you're drag racing, weight is very critical. This item takes 25 pounds off the front of your car. You could drive it on the street. You can hit any pothole, any curb you want. It's going to hold up just as well as a stock part does.
Okay, we're in your factory here. Tell us about what we're looking at right here.
This is actually a subframe connector. This is designed for a 93 to 02 F-body, which would be a Camaro Firebird. This is something that we designed, built in-house. Every piece of this item, like I said, was built in-house, machined in our factory. Everything is hand-built, no robotics, no nothing like that. We do use CNC equipment, but everything is hands-on, in and out. All the welding, each piece is actually welded by a specific person. We actually bring this material in 20 to 24 foot bars. It actually comes in the door, it's sawed to the right length. It's stuck in the machine, it drills the holes, it's bolted to the fixture, and it cuts the profile.
What is that we're looking at?
This is actually a plate for a subframe connector, which they were welding back there earlier.
Not a video game here. This is how the parts become parts. It's like, hey Daddy, where did kids come from? Well, these are where parts come from. This is the genesis of it.
This kind of gives you a sample of what the machine's going to do for you. It tells you your tooling, tells you your dimensions from hole to hole, and what it's going to cut.
So when we look at this part, this is where it begins.
This is
right here.
Yep, that's a torque arm. Yep.
This is to the front.
These are a set of front A arms. Yep. You'll notice everything we build, for example, this is what they call an adjuster. This is actually built in-house by us, so we do everything in-house. We actually build all this stuff in-house, from the adjuster to the tube adapters, basically because you can actually buy this part from someone else, but like I said, we like to keep our work in-house for ourselves, and the quality is the same.
How important is it to pack these parts correctly?
Just as important as making the part. When we send something out the door, when you open that up, it's going to look just like it came off the line. For example, some companies are going to throw stuff in a box, tape it up, and by the time you get it, the powder coat's all wiped off in the box. Something like this might take one guy 1 hour to pack that. We do mostly United States. We have distributors all across the United States. We have 15 to 20 different distributors who will stock and sell our products. We ship anywhere from 30 to 70 packages out a day, UPS. It's pretty much at the point where it's so busy that it's time to add on. It's time for additions, it's time for more employees, and new products coming on soon.
Race-proven suspension systems, UMI Performance. From Bigler, Pennsylvania, along with Ryan, I'm Steven Spates.